They found his camera 7 years after he vanished. 847 photos, most of them normal hiking shots. But the last one, it shows a location that doesn't exist, at least not on any map. Search teams went back to his last known location, brought ground-penetrating radar. What they found, buried 3 feet below the trail, changed everything we thought we knew about his disappearance. September 22, 2016, North Cascades National Park, Washington State. A hiker named Derek Holloway, 34 years old, signs in at the ranger station. His plan is simple: 3 days, solo trek, Cascade Pass Trail to Sahaley Arm. It's a popular route, moderate difficulty. Derek's done it twice before. The ranger on duty, a woman named Carla Sims, checks his permit. Everything looks good. Derek's gear is professional. His experience is solid. He's carrying a Nikon DSLR, says he's working on a photography portfolio. Landscapes, wildlife, maybe some magazine submissions. Carla logs his information. Expected return, September 25th. She tells him the weather looks clear, wishes him a safe trip. Derek smiles, thanks her, walks out. That's the last confirmed sighting of Derek Holloway. September 26th. Derek doesn't return. His car, a blue Subaru Outback, is still in the trailhead parking lot. Carla radios it in. A search team is dispatched that afternoon. They hike the Cascade Pass Trail, call out Derek's name, check the established campsites. Nothing. By day 2, the search expands. Helicopters, drones, trained dogs. Derek's family arrives. His sister Amanda is frantic. She tells rangers Derek is experienced. He wouldn't get lost. He wouldn't take unnecessary risks. He's a software developer from Seattle. Methodical. Careful. But the mountains don't care about experience. The search continues for 2 weeks. They cover 50 square miles. Find nothing. No gear. No clothing, no body. Derek Holloway simply vanished. His family doesn't give up. They hire private search teams, post flyers, offer a reward, $20,000 for any information. Tips come in, sightings, most of them false. One man claims he saw Derek hitchhiking in Oregon. Investigated. Not him. Another says Derek joined a commune in Montana. Also false. Months turn into years. The case goes cold. Derek's family holds a memorial service. No body to bury. Just photos, memories, and questions. Amanda keeps searching. Every summer she hikes the trails her brother loved, brings his photo, asks other hikers if they've seen anything, heard anything. Most shake their heads, offer condolences, move on. But Amanda doesn't move on. She starts a blog, Finding Derek, posts update, theories. She connects with other families of missing hikers. There are more than you'd think. Hundreds of people vanish in national parks every year. Some are found. Most aren't. The search for Derek Holloway becomes one of the most extensive operations in North Cascades history. By the end of the first week, over 200 volunteers have joined. Experienced climbers, search and rescue professionals, even complete strangers who heard about the case on the news. Amanda coordinates with the search teams daily. She sets up a base camp at the trailhead, brings supplies, coffee, food, maps. She prints hundreds of flyers with Derek's photo, his description, last known location. She hands them to every hiker who passes through. Derek's parents fly in from Ohio. His father, Robert, is 71, retired from construction. He's not in shape for high-altitude hiking, but he tries anyway, makes it 2 miles before his knees give out, sits on a rock and weeps while Amanda helps him back down. His mother, Diane, stays at the ranger station, answers phones, coordinates tips. Every call could be the one. Every piece of information might lead somewhere. Most don't. Wrong descriptions, mistaken identities, people who saw someone who looked like Derek but wasn't him. The searchers focus on the area around Sahaley Glacier, Derek's last confirmed position based on the trail sign photos. They spread out in teams of 4. Each team covers a designated grid section. They move slowly, carefully, looking for anything. Torn fabric, footprints, disturbed soil, blood, anything. One team finds a granola bar wrapper, same brand Derek carried, but it's tested, different DNA. Another team finds a water bottle, also not his. False alarms pile up. Hope rises and falls with each discovery. By day 12, the official search is scaled back. Park resources are finite. Other emergencies need attention. The core team remains. Amanda, a handful of dedicated volunteers, and the rangers who refuse to give up. They discover the rock circle on day 14. Pure chance. A volunteer named Luis Mendez is checking a ravine when he spots the unusual stone configuration. He radios it in. The team converges. The circle is exactly as it appears in Derek's photos. Basalt rocks, arranged in a near-perfect circle. approximately 30 feet in diameter. The stones are massive, each one weighing hundreds of pounds. Tom Briggs examines the site. He's been a ranger for 18 years, knows these mountains intimately, but he's never seen this formation before. They search the circle thoroughly. Find nothing. No gear, no track. The ground inside is undisturbed. They photograph everything, document the location, add it to the case file. But without Derek's camera, without the photos that would later reveal the sequence of events, the circle is just an anomaly. The search moves on. Weeks turn into months. Snow comes early that year. By mid-October, the trails are impassable. The search is suspended until spring. Amanda returns to Seattle, takes a leave of absence from her job, marketing director for a tech startup. She spends her days researching missing persons cases, survival stories, wilderness psychology. She reads about people who've been lost for weeks and survived, about others who vanished without a trace. She joins online forums, communities of families dealing with missing loved ones. They share stories, advice. Some have been searching for years, decades even. They tell her to prepare for the long haul. Amanda refuses to accept that. She finds Derek's journal, handwritten, leather-bound. One entry from a month before he disappeared catches her attention. August 15, 2016. Derek writes about a conversation with another hiker, an older man who told Derek about hidden places in the mountains, places not on maps. The hiker mentioned a circle of stones, said it was a threshold, a place where the world becomes thin. Derek wrote that he didn't believe in supernatural stuff, but he was intrigued, wanted to find the circle, photograph it. Amanda contacts the rangers, shares the journal entry. They add it to the file. But without more information, it doesn't change anything. Spring comes. April 2017. Amanda returns to the mountains, hikes to the rock circle, sits inside it, camps there overnight, alone, against regulations. She lights a small fire, talks to Derek as if he can hear her. I don't know where you are, but I'm not giving up. Years accumulate. 2018, 2019, 2020. The pandemic hits. The parks close. Amanda is forced to stay home. She uses the time to expand her online presence. Starts a podcast, Missing in the Cascades. She contacts anthropologists. One, Dr. Helen Cartwright, tells her about indigenous legends, stories of doorways, portals to other realms, circles of stone where people could cross over. Amanda asks if Dr. Cartwright knows of any such locations in the North Cascades. She does. 3 documented sites. One of them is within 5 miles of where Derek disappeared. Dr. Cartwright gives her the coordinates, but warns her, if these places are real, if the legends have any truth, you need to be careful. Doors that open might not close the same way. The parks reopen. Amanda hikes to the coordinates, finds another stone circle, similar design, same dark basalt. She searches the area, finds nothing. She contacts other families of missing hikers, asks if any disappeared near stone circles. 3 families respond, all in the Pacific Northwest, all within the last decade. She compiles the data, creates a map. The circles form a pattern, almost like a network. She shares her findings with Kelly Briggs. Kelly starts her own investigation. What she finds is disturbing. Every circle shows signs of being over 2,000 years old, but the precision doesn't align with known indigenous technology from that era. The government takes notice. Several sites are suddenly restricted, closed to public access. Amanda tries to access the site near Sahaley Glacier. It's now fenced off, patrolled by armed personnel, not park rangers, military. She demands answers, gets stonewalled at every turn. The sites are classified. That's when she knows. Derek found something the government doesn't want anyone else to find. She doubles down, uses every platform, podcast, blog, social media, keeps Derek's story alive. And then, in August 2023, Marcus Chen finds the camera, and everything changes. August 2023. A park maintenance crew is clearing brush along a section of the Cascade Pass Trail. It's routine work. They're about 4 miles from the trailhead, near a steep drop-off on the south side. One of the crew members, a young guy named Marcus Chen, is cutting back overgrown ferns when his machete hits something hard. He stops, kneels down, pushes aside the ferns. There's a black object wedged between 2 rocks, partially buried. He pulls it out, brushes off the dirt. It's a camera, a Nikon DSLR, weathered, covered in moss and grime. The lens is cracked, but the body is intact. Marcus turns it over. On the bottom, there's a strip of duct tape with handwriting, faded, but readable. D. Holloway. Marcus radios his supervisor. Within an hour, park rangers arrive. The camera is bagged, tagged as evidence, taken to the ranger station. They try to power it on. Dead. The battery is corroded, but the memory card is still inside. They remove it carefully, send it to a forensic lab in Seattle. 2 days later, the lab confirms it. The card is intact. Data is recoverable. 847 photos, all time-stamped. The Rangers notify Derek's family. Amanda drives to the ranger station the next morning. She's 39 now. 7 years older, 7 years of searching. When the ranger hands her a tablet with the recovered photos, her hands shake. She scrolls through them. The first photos are from September 20th, 2 days before Derek signed in. He was packing, testing his camera, shots of his apartment, his gear laid out on the floor, his dog, a golden retriever named Biscuit, sitting by the door. Then photos from the drive, the highway, the mountains in the distance, the trailhead parking lot, his car, selfie in the driver's seat, big smile, excited. The trail photos start on September 22nd, 7:14 a.m. First shot is the trail sign, Cascade Pass, 3.7 miles. He's documenting the hike. Classic Derek. Every trip was documented. The photos progress. Trees, streams, wildflowers, a marmot on a rock, the switchback, the elevation gain. Timestamps show steady progress. By 11:32 a.m., he's at Cascade Pass. The view is stunning. Mountain peaks, glaciers, blue sky. He camps that night near Sahale Arm. Photos of his tent, his camp stove, dinner, a freeze-dried meal, the sunset, golden light on the peak, stars, long exposure shots, beautiful. September 23rd, he wakes early, 6:41 a.m., sunrise photos. Then he packs up, continues hiking. The trail here is more rugged, less maintained. He's heading toward Sahale Glacier. More photos, rocky terrain, snowfields, ice formations. Then, at 2:17 p.m., something changes. The photo is of a fork in the trail. One path continues toward the glacier. Official. Marked. The other path? It's faint. Overgrown. Not on any map. Derek took the unmarked path. The next photos show him going deeper. The terrain gets rougher, steeper. No more trail markers. Just wilderness. He's off the grid now, but the photos keep coming. He's still documenting. 3:58 p.m. A strange rock formation. Tall. Almost like a tower. Natural, but unusual. The geology doesn't match the area. It's darker stone. Volcanic maybe, but there's no volcanic activity in this region. 4:31 p.m. More rock formations. They're forming a pattern, almost like a circle. Derek's getting closer. The photos show his perspective changing. He's entering the circle. 5:09 p.m. Inside the circle, the ground is different here. Flat, smooth. Almost too smooth, like it's been deliberately cleared. But there's no sign of human activity. No tools, no structures, just the circle of rock. And then, 5:47 p.m., the last photo. Amanda stares at it, doesn't understand what she's seeing. The photo shows a landscape, but it's not the North Cascades. It's not anywhere she recognizes. The terrain is wrong. The colors are wrong. Everything is wrong. The sky in the photo is a deep purple, not sunset purple, not twilight, something else. The ground is red, rust-colored, like desert sand. But there are plants, strange plants, tall, thin, almost like coral, but on land. And in the distance there are mountains. But the peaks are too sharp, too angular, like they've been cut with a blade. The perspective is off. The horizon seems too close, or too far. It's disorienting just looking at it. Amanda scrolls back through the previous photos. Cascade, forest, rock circle, then this. No transition. How did Derek go from a rock circle in Washington to wherever this is? She asks the ranger. Where is this? The ranger, a man named Tom Briggs, shakes his head. We don't know. We've sent the photo to geologists, botanists, cartographers. Nobody recognizes it. Could it be altered? Photoshopped? The forensic team checked. The metadata is intact. Timestamp, GPS coordinate, camera setting. Everything matches. The photo was taken at 5:47 p.m. on September 23rd, 2016, by Derek's camera. No signs of digital manipulation. Amanda looks at the GPS coordinates embedded in the photo. She pulls out her phone, enters them into a map app. The pin drops. It's in the North Cascades, near Sahale Glacier, exactly where Derek should have been. But the location in the photo doesn't match the terrain. That's impossible, she says. Tom nods. We know. If you're intrigued by this mystery, hit that subscribe button, because what the search teams find next makes this case even stranger. The Rangers decide to return to the GPS coordinates from the last photo. They assemble a team: Tom Briggs, 2 other Rangers, a geologist named Dr. Sarah Venn, and Amanda. She insists on going. They won't stop her. The structures are arranged in a grid, rows and columns. Each building is identical, small, cubic, made of dark stone, no windows. Just a single doorway. The regularity is unnerving, too perfect, too planned. Amanda walks between the rows, looks into each structure. They're all empty. No furniture, no tools, no signs of habitation, just bare stone rooms, like shells or tombs. At the center of the village, the larger structure stands out. It's taller, maybe 12 feet high. The entrance is wider, and above it, the engravings are more elaborate, more detailed. They enter together. The interior is different. Shelves line the walls, stone shelves, and on them, the devices, dozens of them, all identical to the one on the pedestal, but intact. No corrosion, no damage. They look new, which is impossible if this place is as old as Dr. Venn believes. Tom examines one closely. The metal is smooth, cold. The symbols are crisp, perfectly etched. He pulls out a measuring tape. The device is exactly 11 inches tall, 4 inches in diameter. The rings around it are evenly spaced, 3 rings, each about an inch wide. Dr. Venn picks up another device, turns it over. On the bottom, there's a small indentation, circular, maybe a centimeter wide. She presses it gently. Nothing happens. She presses harder. Still nothing. Maybe it needs power, Tom suggests. A battery, or a charge. Or maybe it's voice-activated, or motion-activated. We don't know. Amanda moves to the back of the structure, finds the smaller room. Derek's backpack is there, lying on the floor, undisturbed. She kneels beside it, doesn't touch it, just look. This is the last place Derek was, the last evidence of him. Tom photographs the backpack, its position, the contents visible through the open top. He bags it as evidence, carefully, reverently. This belongs to a family that's been searching for 7 years. They search the rest of the chamber, every structure, every corner. No sign of Derek, no body, no clothing, no other gear. Just the backpack, left behind. By the time they return to the surface, it's nearly midnight. The team is exhausted, covered in dirt, but exhilarated. They found something extraordinary, something that will rewrite history, or at least raise questions that have no easy answers. Tom radios park headquarters, reports the discovery. Within hours, the site is secured. By morning, federal agents arrive. FBI, Department of the Interior, even representatives from the Smithsonian. Amanda is questioned for hours about Derek, about how she found the camera, about the photos, about the chamber. She tells them everything, holds nothing back. She wants answers, and she believes they have them. But the agents don't share. They thank her for her cooperation, tell her the investigation is ongoing, that they'll be in touch. She's escorted off the site, not allowed to return. The excavation continues. Without her, heavy equipment is brought in. The stone slab is lifted. The tunnel is widened, the chambers are mapped, the devices are removed carefully, one by one, transported to an undisclosed location. Dr. Venn is brought in as a consultant. She's given limited access, allowed to study the engravings. She spends weeks in the chamber, deciphering, theorizing. She concludes that the symbols are indeed a language, complex, multi-layered. One sequence repeats throughout the chamber, over and over. It translates roughly to the threshold between, or the crossing place. Dr. Venn interprets it as a literal description. This place was designed to be a gateway. To where, she can't say. Her report is classified. She's told not to publish, not to discuss her findings publicly. She agrees, reluctantly. The devices are analyzed at a government lab. The metal is an alloy, complex, containing elements that shouldn't exist together naturally. The precision of the manufacturing is beyond anything known from ancient cultures. One device is disassembled carefully. Inside there are components, intricate, but no wires, no circuits, nothing recognizable. The function remains a mystery. A decision is made, high level. The devices are too dangerous, too unknown. They're sealed, locked away, deep storage, classified beyond top secret. The chamber is filled in. The stone slab is replaced. The site is erased. Officially, it never existed. Amanda hears rumors, through Kelly, through online forums. But she has no proof, no access. She's shut out completely. She tries to fight, legally, publicly, but she's outmatched. The government has resources, lawyers, power. She returns to the rock circle, or tries to. It's fenced off now, guarded. She's turned away at gunpoint, threatened with arrest if she comes back. For the first time in 7 years, she considers giving up. Maybe Derek is gone. Maybe she'll never know what happened. But then, the USB drive arrives, and everything changes again. They hike out the next morning, follow the same route Derek took, Cascade Pass Trail, then off-trail toward Sahaley Glacier. They find the rock formations, the circle, exactly as shown in Derek's photos. Dr. Venn examines the rock. She's confused. This stone is basalt, volcanic, but the nearest volcanic activity is Mount Baker, 40 miles west. These rocks shouldn't be here. Could they have been moved? Tom asked. By who? And why? These are massive. Would take machinery, and there's no access road. They search the circle, looking for anything unusual. Tom walks the perimeter, notices something. The ground inside the circle is slightly lower, like a depression. Subtle, maybe an inch, but consistent. He kneels down, taps the ground with his hiking pole. It sounds hollow. Get the radar, he says. They brought ground-penetrating radar, standard equipment for search and recovery. The technician sets it up, scans the circle. The screen shows subsurface layers, soil, rock, and then 3 feet down, something else. A cavity, rectangular, man-made. The excavation takes 6 hours. The team works in shift, 2 people digging while the others rest and document. The soil is compacted, rocky. Every shovel full is sifted, checked for artifact. They find nothing but dirt and small stones. At 3 feet down, the edge of the stone slab is fully exposed. It's massive. Dr. Venn estimates it weighs over a ton. They can't move it. Not without heavy equipment, but they don't need to move it. They just need to access what's below. Tom uses a pry bar to widen the gap along the edge. The slab shifts slightly, grinds against the rock beneath. The sound is deep, resonant, like a door opening after centuries. Amanda stands at the edge of the excavation, watches. Her heart is pounding. This is it. This is what Derek found. She can feel it. Tom lowers himself through the gap. His boots find purchase on a ledge inside. He descends slowly. His flashlight illuminates the tunnel. The walls are smooth, almost polished. He's seen natural caves. This isn't one. This was carved deliberately. He calls up. It's a tunnel, man-made, heading down. One by one, the team follows. Dr. Venn goes next, then Amanda, then the other rangers. They move single file. The tunnel is narrow, maybe 4 feet wide. The ceiling is just high enough to walk upright. The descent is gradual, maybe a 15-degree slope. The air is cool, damp. There's a smell, earthy, but also something else, metallic, like ozone before a storm. After 30 feet, the tunnel opens into the first chamber. Tom's flashlight sweeps the space. The walls are covered in engravings, thousands of them, symbols, patterns, lines intersecting. Circles within circles, triangles, spirals. Dr. Venn approaches the nearest wall, traces the symbols with her fingers. Her voice is hushed. This is incredible. The precision, the detail. This would have taken years to carve, maybe decades. What do they mean? Amanda asked. I don't know. I've studied petroglyphs across North America. Nothing matches this. The style is unique. The symbols are complex, almost like a language, but not one I recognize. Tom moves to the pedestal in the center of the chamber. The metallic device sits on top. He examines it without touching. The corrosion is extensive, but the shape is still clear, cylindrical, with rings around the circumference, and the markings etched into the metal. Precise, deliberate. He takes photos, multiple angles, close-ups of the markings. Dr. Venn joins him. She's cautious. We shouldn't touch it. Not until we know what it is. Agreed. But we need to document everything. Photos, measurements, before we bring in more people. Once this goes public, it'll be chaos. They spend an hour documenting the chamber. Every symbol, every surface, the dimensions, the layout. Amanda helps, takes photos with her phone, records video. She wants evidence, irrefutable proof that this place exists. Then Tom notices the door, the smooth section of wall on the far side. He approaches, examines the outline, the engravings around it. Dr. Venn joins him, studies the sequence of symbols. She's methodical, starts at the top left, traces the progression, down, across, following the flow. She identifies a pattern, a sequence. The symbols aren't random. They're instructions. She presses the first symbol. Nothing happens. She presses the second. Still nothing. Then the third. The wall shifts, grinds. The door slides open. Beyond is darkness. Tom shines his light. Another passage. This one descends more steeply. The walls are rougher, less finished, transitioning from carved to natural. They move forward. The passage winds, twists. After 100 feet, it opens into the massive chamber, the underground village. Tom's light barely reaches the far wall. The space is enormous. Amanda sees it from the doorway. Her legs give out. She sits down hard. Tom exits the room, sits beside her. He was here, she whispers. Yeah, but where is he now? Tom doesn't answer, because he doesn't know. Derek found this place, went deeper than anyone should have gone, and then he disappeared. Again, they search the rest of the chamber. Every structure, every corner. No sign of Derek, no body, no clues, just his backpack, left behind like a marker. By nightfall, they return to the surface, report everything. Within 2 days, the site is swarming with researchers, archaeologists, engineers, military personnel. The underground chamber is classified. No media, No public access. Amanda is questioned extensively about the chamber, the devices, Derek's backpack. She tells them everything. They don't tell her anything in return. Weeks pass. She's not allowed back to the site. She tries. Park rangers turn her away. She hires a lawyer, files Freedom of Information requests, gets nothing. The government has sealed the case, classified, but Amanda doesn't stop. She reaches out to journalists, bloggers, anyone who'll listen. Most ignore her, think she's crazy. But one journalist, a woman named Kelly Briggs, takes interest. Kelly specializes in unexplained phenomena, government cover-ups. She's written articles on Area 51, UFO sightings, missing persons in National Park. Kelly interviews Amanda, verifies her story as much as possible, contacts sources, former park rangers, retired geologists. One source, who requests anonymity, confirms the underground chamber exists and that the government removed multiple artifacts of unknown origin. Kelly publishes the story. The hiker who found something impossible. It goes viral. Millions of views. The government issues a statement, denies everything, says the chamber is a natural geological formation. The artifacts are misidentified mining equipment. Nobody believes them. Amanda continues her blog, posts updates. The story attracts attention. Researchers, theorists, some claim the chamber is evidence of ancient advanced civilizations. Others say it's extraterrestrial. Others think it's a hoax. But Amanda knows it's real. She was there, saw the symbols, the devices, her brother's backpack. 3 years after the discovery, Amanda receives a package, no return address. Inside, there's a USB drive. She plugs it into her laptop. It contains a single video file. She opens it. The video is dark, shaky. Someone's holding a camera, moving through a tunnel. The footage is low quality, but she recognizes the stone walls, the engravings. It's the chamber. The camera moves through the village, past the structures, into the larger building. The person holding the camera is breathing heavily, scared. The camera pans to the shelves, the devices, then to the small room, and then the camera turns, points down, at the person's own feet. They're wearing hiking boots, dirty, worn. The camera tilts up slightly, catches a reflection in a metallic surface, a face, gaunt, bearded, terrified. Derek. Amanda's breath catches. The video continues. Derek's voice, hoarse, shaking. If anyone finds this, tell Amanda I'm sorry. I went too far. I thought it was just a cave, but it's not. It's something else. I don't know what, but I can't find my way out. I've been trying for days, maybe weeks. I don't know anymore. The passages keep changing, or maybe I'm going in circles. I'm running out of water. Food's gone. I tried using one of these devices, thought it might be a tool, a light, something. But when I activated it, everything went dark. And when I woke up, I was somewhere else, somewhere impossible, like the photo, the last photo on my camera. I don't understand it, but I think these devices, they're not tools, they're something else. Doors, maybe. Or portals. I don't know. I'm scared. I want to go home, but I don't think I can. If you find this, tell my family I love them. Tell Amanda she was right. I should have stayed on the trail. The video cuts to black. Amanda sits in silence, tears streaming down her face. She replays the video again and again, studying every frame, looking for clues, anything that might tell her where Derek is or was. But there's nothing, just darkness, stone walls, and her brother's final message. She contacts Kelly, shows her the video. Kelly verifies the metadata. The video was recorded on September 25, 2016, 2 days after Derek's last photo. The same camera, the same memory card, but the video wasn't on the card when it was recovered. So how did it end up on this USB drive? Who sent it, and where did they get it? Kelly investigates, traces the package. It was mailed from Seattle. No other information. The Postal Service has no record of who sent it. Dead end. But the video itself is a goldmine. Kelly brings in digital forensics experts. They analyze every frame. The metadata is intact. The video was recorded on September 25, 2016, 2 days after Derek's last photo. The same camera, the same memory card. But here's the problem. The memory card recovered from Derek's camera in August 2023 contained 847 photos, no video files. The forensic lab examined it thoroughly. Every file was accounted for. So how did this video end up on a USB drive? Who had access to it? Kelly contacts the forensic lab, speaks to the lead technician, Dr. Yuki Tanaka. Dr. Tanaka is adamant. We recovered everything on that card. Photos only. No video files. Kelly sends her the video. Dr. Tanaka analyzes it. Everything matches. This video was recorded by Derek's camera, but it wasn't on the memory card when they recovered it. Dr. Tanaka has a theory. Someone with advanced software could have recovered hidden files in corrupted sectors, government agencies, military, intelligence. They'd have that capability. Kelly publishes her findings. Hidden video proves government cover-up in Holloway case. It goes viral instantly. Millions of views. The government denies everything. The video has not been authenticated. We cannot comment on unverified materials, but the metadata is too clean. The content too specific. People know it's real. Amanda watches the video daily, studies Derek's terrified face. She enhances the audio, isolates his voice, removes background noise. In the final seconds, after Derek says he wants to go home, there's another sound, faint, a voice, not Derek, whispering, in a language that doesn't sound human. She sends the audio to linguists. Nobody can identify it. The phonemes don't match any known language. One linguist, Dr. Marcus Oyo, suggests something chilling. This doesn't sound like language. It sounds like interference, an audio signal being disrupted by something we don't understand. Amanda posts the enhanced audio online. Within hours, people report strange experiences, headaches, nausea, dread, just from listening. She takes it down, but copies are already circulating. The phenomenon becomes known as the Holloway effect. Scientists can't explain it. Skeptics call it mass hysteria. Believers call it proof that Derek encountered something beyond our understanding. Amanda becomes obsessed with the audio. She listens to it hundreds of times, slows it down, speeds it up, reverses it, looking for patterns, messages, anything. One night at 3 a.m., she's playing the audio backward when she hears something. Words, fragmented, distorted, but words. She isolates the segment, cleans it up, plays it forward. It's Derek's voice, but not from the video. This is different, older, weaker. He's saying something. She can't make it all out, but she catches fragments. Still here, can't get back. They're watching. She sits frozen. This wasn't on the original video. This is embedded in the background noise, hidden, or maybe it leaked through somehow from wherever Derek is, bleeding into the recording. She saves the file, sends it to Kelly. Kelly brings in audio specialists. They confirm it. There's a secondary audio layer buried beneath the primary recording. It shouldn't be there, but it is. The specialists can't explain how it got there. One theory: the devices in the chamber emit some kind of radiation, electromagnetic interference. It could have corrupted the recording, added artifact, random noise that sounds like speech, but Amanda doesn't believe that. The voice is too clear, too deliberate. It's Derek calling out from wherever he is, trying to reach her. Kelly publishes the findings. Hidden message in Holloway video suggests he's still alive. The story explodes. Again, millions more views. The online community goes wild. Audio engineers from around the world download the file, analyze it, enhance it. Some claim they hear more words, different phrases. Help me. It's cold here. I see them. Others say it's just pareidolia, the human brain finding patterns in random noise, hearing what it wants to hear. But then something happens that changes everything. A woman in Norway contacts Kelly. Her name is Ingrid Halvorsen. She's a linguist specializing in ancient languages. She's been studying the audio, and she recognizes something. The whispering voice, the non-human one. She's heard something similar before. In 1987, a research team in northern Norway discovered a cave system. Inside, they found engravings, symbols, similar to the ones in Derek's chamber. The team recorded audio in the cave, background ambiance, for documentation. When they played back the recordings, they heard whispers, voices, speaking in an unknown language. The team dismissed it as wind, acoustic anomalies. The cave was sealed, the recordings archived. Ingrid was part of a later study that reviewed those recordings. She compared them to known languages, found no matches, but she never forgot the sound, the cadence, the phonemes. And now, listening to Derek's audio, she hears the same thing. She sends Kelly the 1987 recordings. Kelly has them analyzed, compared to Derek's audio. The match isn't perfect, but it's close, very close. The same tonal patterns, the same rhythm. The implications are staggering. Whatever Derek encountered in that chamber, it's not isolated. It's not unique to the North Cascades. There are other sites, other places where these voices exist. Kelly starts mapping them. The Norway Cave, the stone circles in the Pacific Northwest. Similar sites reported in Scotland, Iceland, Peru. All of them have common features: ancient stone structures, unusual electromagnetic readings, and reports of voices, whispers, in languages nobody understands. She publishes a comprehensive article, The Global Network, Evidence of Ancient Portal Sites Worldwide. It's her most ambitious piece yet. Maps, data, testimonials from researchers across multiple countries. The response is divided. Academics dismiss it, call it pseudoscience, conspiracy theory. But independent researchers take it seriously, start their own investigations. Some even visit the sites, document their findings. Amanda reads every report, follows every lead. She's no longer just searching for Derek. She's searching for answers about what he found, about where he is, about what these places really are. She contacts Ingrid. They talk for hours. Ingrid shares her research, her theories. She believes these sites are remnants of something ancient, a civilization, or a technology far older than recorded history. Whatever built these places, Ingrid says, they understood something we don't, about space, about time, about the fabric of reality itself. And your brother, he stumbled into one of their doorways, and now he's somewhere we can't follow. Amanda asks the question she's been afraid to ask. Do you think he's alive? Ingrid pauses. I think alive and dead might not be the right terms. If he's in another dimension, another time, those concepts might not apply the same way. He might be experiencing something we can't comprehend. It's not the answer Amanda wanted, but it's something, a framework, a way to understand what happened. She continues her work. The podcast grows. The blog reaches millions. She becomes a voice for the missing, for the families who'll never get closure, for the people who vanish into places that shouldn't exist. But every night, she listens to the audio, to Derek's hidden message, and she talks back, out loud, into the silence. I'm still here, Derek. I haven't given up. I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, keep trying, keep calling out. I'll find a way. Somehow, she doesn't know if he hears her, doesn't know if it's possible, but she keeps trying, because that's what family does. You don't give up, even when the answer is impossible. Even when the door is closed, you keep knocking. Kelly tracks down former park rangers who worked the original search. One ranger, Carl Brennan, agrees to talk off the record. Kelly tracks down former park rangers who worked the original search. One ranger, Carl Brennan, agrees to talk off the record. He tells her something he's never told anyone. During the 2016 search, his team found the rock circle. They explored beneath it, found markings underground, the same symbols later found in the chamber. We reported it, Carl says, but we were told to keep quiet. Sensitive archaeological site, indigenous heritage. Did you take photos? I did, on my phone, but when I got back to the station they were gone, deleted, remotely. Kelly asks if he remembers the symbols. He draws them from memory. Perfect match to the chamber photos. The implications are staggering. The government knew about the chamber in 2016, before Derek disappeared. They knew and did nothing, or worse, they did something, and Derek stumbled into it. Kelly publishes this. Government knew about chamber before Holloway disappeared. The backlash is immediate. Calls for investigations, hearings, transparency. The government stonewalls. Classified. National security. No comment. Amanda doesn't care about politics. The video gives her closure. Not the kind she wanted, but closure nonetheless. Derek was alive 2 days after he disappeared. He found the chamber, used the device, went somewhere impossible, and he's still there, lost, trapped, or worse. She stops searching the mountains. There's nothing left to find. The chamber is sealed. The devices are gone. She can't bring him back, but she can keep his story alive. She continues the podcast. The blog tells Derek's story to anyone who'll listen, because Derek's story is a reminder, a warning. The world is stranger than we know, and some doors, once opened, can never be closed. But the video raises more questions. Derek mentioned the devices, said he activated one, and it transported him to the place in the photo, the impossible landscape. Kelly contacts scientists, physicists, theorists, asks if such technology is possible. Most say no, but a very few, say maybe. Quantum mechanic, wormholes, theoretical, but not impossible. One physicist, Dr. Raymond Quinn, agrees to review the video. He's a specialist in exotic matter, dark energy. He watches the video, studies Derek's description, and then he says something that chills Kelly to the bone. If what he's describing is real, if those devices can create localized distortions in space-time, then he didn't just travel to another place. He traveled to another dimension, or another time, or both. And if that's true, he's not missing. He's lost, in a way we can't comprehend, in a place we can't reach. Kelly asks the obvious question. Could he come back? Dr. Quinn hesitates. Theoretically, if he activated another device, if he found the right configuration, but the odds, they're astronomical. He'd need to know exactly what he's doing, And even then, the margin for error is infinite. The interview is published, goes viral. Again, the story becomes legendary. The hiker who found a portal. The man lost between dimensions. Some believe it. Some don't, but everyone talks about it. Amanda never stops searching. She hikes the trails every year, returns to the rock circle. The site is still restricted, but she finds ways, sneaks past barriers, sits inside the circle, calls out to her brother, hoping, waiting. She never gets an answer, but sometimes, late at night, when she's alone, she swears she hears something, a voice, faint, distant, calling her name. She looks around, sees nothing, but the voice persists, and it sounds like Derek. She tells herself it's her imagination, grief playing tricks. But deep down, she knows he's out there, somewhere, lost in a place between places, trying to find his way home. And maybe, just maybe, one day he will. The camera was found, the photos recovered, the video delivered, but Derek Holloway remains missing, his fate unknown, his location impossible. Some mysteries are solved, others are just beginning. And this one might never end. If this story hooked you until the very last second, do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe for more cases that defy logic and challenge everything we think we know, because the mountains hold secret, and sometimes those secrets are doorways to places we were never meant to find, and when someone walks through, they might never come back.